Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. I am Madden Gaming, and I am back with another reaction video. Today's video, we are going to be reacting to EA reveals new updates for Madden 24. So we got another update for Madden 24. Hopefully, this will be a good one. It's probably going to be a lot of online stuff. I'm not really an online player, but maybe they got some franchise stuff that they are improving as well. Hopefully, we shall see. But before I do this reaction, I need you guys to like this video right now. Subscribe to your boy if you want more reactions and more updates for Madden 24. Without further ado, jump right into it.
We've got some really big gameplay changes and updates coming to Madden
Oh, big
24 that we need to
gameplay
talk
changes.
about.
Okay.
And EA has also been doing a couple of secret updates that you may have seen over the past few weeks where you're downloading an update but you didn't see anything that changed. That's because they're staging the game for some new things they're about to push through. Some stuff that we know about and maybe some even bigger things that we don't know about yet. So we got a lot to talk about. And of course, if you're new to the channel and you don't want to miss out on any of these Madden updates all year long or other updates as it pertains to upcoming games like NCAA football, make sure to subscribe and turn the bell icon on so you don't miss any of these videos when they go live. So we got 5 gameplay changes that are going to be happening soon, probably as soon as next week, because the next big update is set to roll out next week. It could drop tomorrow. There's always a chance of that, but I'm almost positive from everything I've heard that it's coming next week. So we're going to be getting a very big update. Some of these things we know about, which we're going to talk about in this video. Other things we don't know. There'll probably be some other new things in there as well. Now, before we get into the gameplay related stuff that I do know about, I want to talk about franchise mode really quickly because I don't know completely what they're doing for franchise mode in the next update.
Yes, franchise mode.
Related questions about certain bugs, and I just want to confirm that they are being worked on, and more than likely we will see at least some of these fixed with this upcoming update. Okay, so while I was editing this video, EA put out official confirmation on the draft class fix and when we can expect it, so I'm editing this.
Oh, that's right. I remember hearing about. I remember he talked about draft class.
Issues in our next title update, which should be next week. Downloaded draft classes, appearances of players being affected when importing a custom draft class, auto-generated draft class, appearances of players being affected when selecting the auto-generated draft class option, example, the chunky QBs. Along with that information, we wanted to provide a quick Q&A to help address additional questions from social and the forums. One of the questions here is, my current franchise has a downloaded draft class. Will my downloaded draft class in my franchise be retroactively fixed? And it says the answer to this is due to the issue being a client-side fix, your downloaded draft class will not be retroactively fixed. The other question is, I selected an auto-generated draft class and currently see chunky QBs, thin linemen from that draft class. Will those players be retroactively fixed? And it says there is a chance these may affect previously generated players that had this issue, but likely this will still not be resolved. However, for newly generated draft classes after the update, this problem should be resolved. So basically, this update that's coming will fix the draft class issue, which is the thing franchise
That's good.
have been waiting on the most.
Because draft class is big in franchise mode for a lot of people.
Cole, he's my miracle child.
So certain equipment that is not showing up in game, or certain equipment that is wrong in
equipment,
the edit,
okay.
all that stuff is being worked on.
I've heard that they added some new equipment as well.
Next one, but I think draft class for sure should be this update. The thing with these title updates is things could have been fixed a week or two ago, but the updates don't come out right away because they have to be submitted to Sony and Microsoft for certification. So sometimes that could take 100%. 2 weeks. So usually when we get an update, the things are actually already fixed a week or so before that, but we just can't get it until Sony and Microsoft give it the okay to be pushed through. Now let's talk about gameplay updates. So the number one thing that we know for sure is changing, and I've heard it from so many people at this point, is the loot blitz defense. That's going to be no more.
Yep.
Blitz,
I remember he talked about this in a couple videos ago, the loot defense.
Now that's going to be gone, and it is one of the best ways to play defense right now, as we know. Defensive coverage is very hit or miss in the game right now. It's not the best, so you want to bring pressure to try to throw your opponents off. The loot blitz is an exploit. It was an exploit last year. They patched it pretty quickly. A little bit of it is back in the game this year. People are using it, so you want to get away from that. I think people are going to start going to more.
It's going to be a lot of people that's mad about this update.
Going around, which is kind of a block shed glitch defense, which really isn't that glitchy, but you know, it's a little bit of a tactic where you can keep 8 guys in coverage and still get get pretty quick block sheds from your D-line, which kind of is a bend-don't-break defense where you can still bring some decent pressure and make it hard on people. In fact, I even posted it yesterday on my Patreon for members. I also dropped my New York Jets offensive ebook yesterday, scoring a lot of points with that. So if you want to check any of those things out, you can check out the Patreon link on the screen. But let's jump over to number 2. The second thing they're going to be fixing are the RPO glitched runs. Now, the problem with the RPOs right now is that the defense just does not react that well to defend the run against RPOs. And if you've played online, I'm sure you've seen it. A lot of
I wonder, is this the same thing for the CPU as well?
Inside, they react very late. They're not aggressive in stopping the run, but the biggest issue with this is that the adaptive AI they put into the game this year does help shut down run plays if you repeat them. The problem is they don't work against RPOs because I guess RPOs are technically considered a pass option.
Yeah, it is
so
technically considered a passing play
for RPO plays, and that's why people are abusing them this year. So if you run a regular stretch over and over, after a few times, the defense is going to start block shedding quicker, and it's going to be harder on you. But if you run an RPO stretch where you have like a pass option, the defense will never get adaptive AI versus that. So that's something they're looking into fixing as well. So that could be going away.
That would be a
really
huge
quickly, I want
fix.
to let you guys know about today's video sponsor, Underdog Fantasy. They're the best fantasy app out there, but my favorite thing about their app is their pick'em game, which I love to play while I'm watching football. Basically, all you have to do is pick higher or lower. Number 3, inaccurate passes. Now, funny enough, with the last update, they made a note that they had received a lot of feedback on the inaccurate passes, but they said they had no intention of really messing with it.
I saw some gameplay of inaccurate passes, a lot of them.
In Ultimate Team, where a lot of people are complaining about it, QBs will get
more so than last year. I feel like I could be wrong though.
Game as well. It's not just an Ultimate Team problem. So now I'm hearing that this is something they are looking into, and I don't expect a huge change here, but I do think there will be some tweaks made here because the inaccurate passes are just a little too high. And I'm not talking about when you're actually under pressure or running and trying to make crazy throws. I'm talking about when you are doing everything right, when you have a clean pocket, when you're setting your feet, when you're throwing, when you have nobody in your face, you're not under pressure, right? With a good QB, if you have a good QB, and you're doing all the things right, you're not moving back, you're not moving side to side, you're not running.
Like a Joe Burrow, Patrick Mahomes, like there's
accuracy. If a guy's in your face, if you're trying to make
the Chiefs receivers, they good for drops.
Your accuracy should not be as good, but that's not the case. The case is no matter, even when things are perfect and you have a good QB, the accuracies are still a little wild. Number 4, match defense. Many of you know match defense has been broken this year, and it's been broken in the past as well, but the last few years it actually was really good. It was something a lot of advanced players were using on defense, and it's a really good defense if you know how to use it.
What's match defense?
It is not really that usable because some of the zones in the match defense just do not match the way they're supposed to. They kind of just let routes get behind them. They let routes run deep when they're supposed to be matching those routes and carrying them down the field, which makes
okay, so it's like matching the route. Okay.
Because you get a lot of blown coverages, and that's the last thing you want to do on defense is blow a coverage. So
100%. I blew a lot of games like that, blowing the coverage or choosing the wrong play.
Back to using that because right now, regular defense, like I said, is not the best, but match defense can be very, very good if you actually.
I wonder how good regular defense is against CPU, like CPU versus CPU, like it is right now.
New abilities and X factors. I've talked about this in a couple videos, but the interesting thing is, remember at the beginning of the video when I said there's been multiple updates the last couple weeks where they're staging the game. There was one 2 days ago. If you got on Madden, you downloaded an update. It was probably like 600 megabytes or something like that. Those updates where, there's no announcements, there's no gridiron notes on the website, and there's nobody talking about the update, and you log in and you don't see anything noticeably different. Those are one of two things. They're either staging the game for something, or they're doing like server maintenance related type issues. They're doing back end stuff that's like not really anything we're going to notice. This was a stage update. Mutt Leaks talked about it. They did another one of these like a week or so prior. That means they are staging the game for something, and it's more than likely these new abilities and X factors that we found out about a couple of weeks ago. So this is going to change a lot about the gameplay. It's going to be big in Ultimate Team.
It's going to be huge in
Ultimate.
Oh, franchise mode is going to be wonderful.
Something EA likes to do with Madden, and they have done over the past few years, is they will put something big into the game after launch. A few years ago, they did it with Superstar KO. They added the entire mode to the game.
Oh, they did? Damn, they did.
Knowledge gameplay to the game after launch.
That's right. I remember that.
You could play head-to-head with online. Last year, they added a Mutt practice mode after about a month or two of the game being out. So they have been known to kind of add a big feature in and they will stage the game and get it ready to put this new feature in. So this could be the new
Hey, that's a
ability
that's
we're
a
hearing
good
about
that's
for
a
the
good
X Factor. It could
way
also be
to
something else entirely
add
on
a
top of
big
that. So
update.
we could be having some pretty big things coming to the game soon, and by next week we should know. Remember to sign up at Underdog Fantasy if you're interested.
Well, I thought it would be a lot, just basically just all online stuff. But he said that they're staging stuff, and I'm gonna be honest with you, Madden, keep on going that way. Keep on going that way. Before you throw out a big feature, keep on making this staging it where don't nobody really talk about the update, this and that, because now it builds hype for the next update. And it's like, I wonder what the next is the next update gonna be big, or is it just gonna be like the same? And then next thing you know, you hit them with a pow. But I enjoy these updates. It was 5 of them, guys. 5. Madden 24 looks like it's gonna be even better. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this reaction. Love racing with you guys. I'll see you guys in the next one.